Seven Smash TV with your girl Emma Okwafo. I have the lovely and handsome Sam Benjamin here.
Hi.
Did you like how I added the lovely and handsome? Yeah, it means you have to buy me a gift. Just saying. How are you?
I'm good, I'm really good. It's good to be here.
Yeah, good to be here. So you've watched the show, you know what it's all about.
Yeah, I'm prepared.
You're prepared, so
I think.
you should know that the icebreaker questions are coming. I wish I'd checked, I don't know, I haven't checked these. So I hope there's a good one.
I really hope it's a good one.
I hope it's okay. You pick. Pick it. Thank you. Who is your favourite superhero and why?
That's so easy. It's definitely Batman.
Why? Why Batman?
He's the best because he's human, and yet he still can do the business.
But he has no superpowers. I don't know why everyone picks Batman. He has no superpowers. He's just cool and
his superpowers are in his brain, his intelligence. Yeah.
Batman.
Yeah.
Well.
And that was the first film that that I think made me want to be an actor, was the Tim Burton Batman.
Yeah.
Michael Keaton, Jack Nicholson. Yeah.
That is, I mean, that's one of those classic Batmans that, you know, you watch over and over again. You can't get enough of. The Batman.
Yeah.
So we'll hear if you already mentioned that you're an actor.
Yep.
How did you all get started within the acting world?
It's been a long journey. I mean, it was kind of always the childhood dream to do it from when I was younger, and then you kind of go. I don't know whether anyone else feels this, but you kind of go to school, and a lot of the career advisors kind of beat out the dreams out of you and say, "Oh no, you don't want to do that. Like statistically, that's not really. You know, you want to go into accountancy or." I remember one casting career person suggested I go into like tax revenue, like admin instead, and I was just like.
Is that because you're good at maths?
No, I wasn't. I know they were just making the point that was a steady job.
Right.
But no. So I kind of went to school, and I never did drama in school. They never really offered it. So I always did it like outside of school. I was in a drama like group from when I was about 12. And then I did A levels, and then I went to uni and I actually did history. But when I went, I knew that I had a hidden agenda of pursuing the acting, seeing if I could do it. So I just got involved in as many plays and as many films as possible, and it just kind of went from there. And then, but I finished that, and then applied for drama school.
So did you go, was it after uni you went to drama school?
Yeah, I finished uni, and then I didn't have any money, so I thought I wanted to go to drama school, and I knew that was what the kind of the vision was, so I moved back home to Merseyside for a year, pretended that I didn't want to be an actor, got a job in a bank, saved up money, auditioned for drama school, and then got offers from places, and then went to Drama Studio London the year after.
That's because you know, a lot of people don't hear about that route. You go to uni first, and then you actually had a year after uni, had a 9-to-5 job, and then saved up, and then went to drama school.
Yeah. It was. I mean, everyone has different routes. I'm sure other people had even harder routes, but yeah, it's one of those professions where you've got to fight for it. But I think everything you go through makes you a better actor. So
have you? I mean, how are you finding it, kind of being in the acting world? Because you're pretty much fully immersed into it now. How are you finding it? Is it like, oh, this is exactly what I expected, or have you found like some surprises along the way?
It's a hard one because you never really know what to expect. You kind of like imagine what it's going to be like. And I remember when, I don't know about you, but when I was growing up, I watched loads of Friends. So like Joey Tribbiani is kind of how you think it's going to be. And at times it does feel a bit like that because you go to some crazy auditions. But I think my drama school, they kind of prepared you for it and gave you a big reality check of how it's gonna be tough. You're gonna have to audition. You're going to get loads of rejection, loads of knockbacks, but I think if it's what you want to do and you believe in your craft, then you can take anything.
Because it has happened, like some people go to drama school, they probably finish their course and they realise that, oh, do you know what? I don't think this is what I want to do anymore. It's much harder than what I thought it was.
Yeah, I've met a lot of people that have gone through that and kind of, you know, eventually gone, you know what, this isn't for me. Some people go and realise, actually, I thought I wanted to be an actor, but I don't. I actually want to produce, or I want to direct, or I don't want to be in the industry at all. I hate it. But yeah, it's kind of, I think I always kind of knew like what I was signing up for. You kind of know, you know, it's renowned to be a hard industry, like singing, like, you know, like anything in the show business world.
What have you worked on so far since you've been in the acting world?
Things people might know me from, I was in Doctors on BBC in 2010. I did a show called John Bishop's Little Cracker, which was on Sky One. That was 2011, 2012 as well. That was like a comedy. And then this year I've done a CBBC show called Old Jack's Boat with Bernard Cribbins and Freema Agyeman from Doctor Who. And I've just finished filming a BBC war drama called The Ark that's out this year. And what was the other thing I did? Oh yeah, and then I've done a feature film called Residue by the director of Misfits. And that's coming out this year. It's a horror film.
So that's not out yet?
Not out yet. So yeah, Residue, it's going to be like a really cool like horror sci-fi.
Is there any job that you got offered and you're like, yes, I really wanted this job, I can't believe it, I've got it, it's amazing?
Yeah, I think, what were you going to say?
I was going to say, are you still waiting for that really big thing?
I think, you know, that is the funny thing is that a lot of the time the best moment as an actor is not always, when you're doing it, it's amazing, but the thing that's really amazing is when you get the call to say you've got it, and it's like, so when I got my first TV job on Doctors, that was amazing. And it was funny as well because my agent actually, when she put me up for it, she said something like, yeah, I'll put you up for it, but it really doesn't fit you, and you
oh really?
And she's like, I'll put you forward for it, but it's definitely not really you, and you're definitely not going to get it, but I'll put you forward anyway. And I got it, and then so yeah, it was kind of every job is a good job. You know, when you're younger, maybe you're like, oh, you know, I wouldn't do that, or I wouldn't do that, but really you kind of realise that actually every character you play in any, because every project is someone's baby, and so every job is brilliant.
You do have that, because I remember when I was growing up, like loads of people would be like, oh, I'll never do soap, oh, you see these soap actors, I'm not going to do soap, but I mean, the reality is, I don't know, if some people were offered, like, I don't know, they were like, oh, we're going to offer you a contract for EastEnders, I'm not sure a lot of people would be like, no, I'm not going to do that. I think I'm going to bypass that for now.
And it's that a lot of people kind of get that shock when they're like, oh, actually that's a really, and you know, soap opera actors, it's really hard, you know, I've worked with soap opera actors and they say, you know, the amount of time that you don't get on the script, they'll be like, there's the script, and then you go to makeup and then they, oh, that's changed now, there's the new script, and then you get on set and they're like, oh, by the way, we've changed that line, and then see that, you know, they're really skilled, it's a you know, but I think it's more about, you know, what you're passionate about, and you've got to kind of seek out in the same way that, you know, a singer or, you know, any other person would kind of, you know, push towards their areas or genres of passion.
I think, you know, nowadays, like, you see actors and you think, oh yeah, they're doing acting, but a lot of actors have like skills that maybe you don't know they're doing. Like, I know for you do some writing, and I know there's other actors, like maybe Arinze, he has his acting side and he has, you know, his plays that he does as well. Is there, apart from acting, is there stuff that you know or inspiring to do in the future?
Yeah, I mean, I've got into writing. I had a play on at the Lyric. Hammersmith was actually Arinze. He's involved with the Lyric Hammersmith a lot. He helps out a lot of the young writers. But yeah, I had a play on there called Black Music Cab in 2010. And then more recently I had a play on at the Soho called Save the Date with Writers Avenue. And I'm developing a TV series, a superhero TV series, funnily enough. We've just filmed the trailer for it, and we're gonna finish editing that this week. So it's called Man of Sin. And we're looking to get that kind of to the attention of, you know, big networks and stuff. So yeah, there's lots of, it's that thing of, you kind of want to you kind of want to play the characters that you love. So sometimes you've got to, you know, show people, you've got to say, well, you know, I like what you're doing, but, you know, I've got this idea, you know, what about this? So yeah, I'd love to, you know, I'm kind of open to everything, and when I've got into writing, it kind of goes hand in hand, because, you know, I love movies, I love TV, I love theatre, and when you're so ingrained in it, and when you're so thinking about all the characters and the situations and the life of it, it's easy to start coming up with ideas of yourself.
Is there anything you could tell to like other aspiring actors who are trying to get into the industry? Because you know it's one of those it can feel quite lonely sometimes and feel like you don't know exactly what to say, who to say things to. Like people will ask you what you're doing, and you know it's kind of like until you've actually kind of had constant offers coming in, it can be very hard. Is there anything you could say to like people who are coming out of drama school or going into drama school or thinking maybe they want to go to drama school at the moment?
Well, actually, I've been helping someone at the moment actually who's trying to apply to drama school, who's asking these sorts of questions, and it's hard because obviously everyone has a different journey. But I think it's such a cliche, but never give up. Yeah. Never give up. Like if you believe it can and it will happen. And it is hard because sometimes you feel like you're flying solo because sometimes it feels like the world is designed to kind of pull you, and sometimes even your family, even through love, because they don't want to see you suffer and they want you to have the easiest road. They even sometimes you can find family being like, oh, is this sure what you want to do? You don't want to do something that's a bit more. But yeah, if you believe it, then it will happen. You just gotta have that rocky attitude of even if you keep getting punched down to the ground, keep getting up, and just be open to everything. Do
your family support what you're doing?
Yeah, they do. All my family are in Merseyside, and so it was quite a crazy thing for me to do because no one had ever really. I'm not one of those people who's like, oh yeah, my auntie was a singer and my uncle was a casting director, and my mum is a hairdresser and my dad is a forklift truck driver and was a taxi driver and things like that. So I think that, like I said before, through love they were kind of a bit like, oh, is this really what you want to do? Because it's quite you're going to take a lot of rejection and things like that. But now that now that they believe what I believe, and their angle is, if you want to do it, we'll support you all the way. And that's one of the most rewarding things of when I can call my nan and say like, hey, I'm on BBC One at 9:30, and then she'll be loving it. So that's one of the most rewarding things, to kind of make the family proud and kind of put the family on the map almost. And even though a lot of my family, I don't know whether you've whether any of your families in the kind of the show business or whatever, but they even though they're not involved, like in a way they're all like little performers, like my dad's like, oh, no one's theatrical in our family, and yet he's like always, if there's like a family barbecue or anything, he's up there and he's telling jokes, he's telling stories, and he's doing all the voices and the impressions and all that, so yeah. That's good.
Okay, so we're going to do our last game before you leave. Okay, I'm just trying to think, well, you've been talking, I've been listening and thinking of the celebrities I'm going to say.
Well, you base it on what I've said, yeah.
Kind of, we'll see. Well, okay, so out of these three that you could lovely leave, one will be Emma Stone.
Okay.
Yes. And the other one will be Bianca from EastEnders. Yeah. And Melanie B. There we go.
Oh, okay. Where did that come from?
I don't know.
The hidden Spice Girls message in my interview.
Looks like you want spice, so I'm giving you Melanie B.
So love, lick or leave?
Yeah, so you had Emma Stone, Bianca from EastEnders, I should know her real name, sorry Bianca, and Melanie B.
I think, I know this is quite, but I'm just going to go straight in. I'm going to rule out Patsy Palmer straight away. Because it's just that voice. I think it would just. I remember growing up, just like if my mum was watching EastEnders, that's all you'd hear. But then again, she's probably one of the most entertaining characters in it. But yeah, I'd leave it.
Sorry, Patsy. So Patsy's gone.
Sorry. And then, so I've got love and lick. I think I would probably lick Melanie B.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she was actually my favourite Spice Girl for back in the day. Yeah. Even though Mel C was from Liverpool, but. But she was a Liverpool fan and I'm Everton, so it's not going to happen. And then love Emma Stone. She just has that kind of really. She's gorgeous, but at the same time, she kind of has that like kind of banter, like the kind of like fun thing like in like Spider-Man or Zombieland. Those, I don't know if you've seen those two films, but she's very like kind of, you know, she can take the mickey out of you. So
even in like Ghost in Crazy Stupid Love, I just love her. I just love Emma Stone. She's just amazing.
There's many people that don't. So but I think she's taken. So
oh yeah,
Spider-Man.
She's taken
Andrew Garfield.
Well, he could have been in there because he's a British actor.
No, he's done well. So, yeah.
Well, thank you so much. Before you go, just in case anyone wants to find you on Twitter, can you just mention your Twitter, or if you've got a website or anything like that?
Yeah, so my Twitter is at Sam Benjamin now. My website sambenjamin.com. So yeah, just you'll find everything on there. But yeah, keep in touch with the Twitter, and I'll be putting out information about my upcoming writing and my upcoming TV and movie stuff. So yeah, that would be great. Thank you so much. Thank you for doing this today with us. Thank you, Emma. Thank you. And you've been watching Urban Smash TV. We're going to catch you very, very soon. Bye.
What's going on, people? It's Capital Extra Breakfast host Kojo here, / comedian apparently, and I'm telling you to check out Urban Smash TV. This is where it all goes down. Peace.